Hey Bella Moms, today I am going to show you how to load and operate one of the great elements of a consignor kit, and that is the tagging gun. Now, the tagging gun is a nice to have, not a need to have. And what we mean by that is you can absolutely tag all of your clothing items using safety pins. And that's actually what I did for my first couple of sales. What makes a tagging gun nice to have is the amount of time it's going to save you, especially if you are consigning a lot of clothes. And if you're only doing 10 or 20 items per sale in clothing, then maybe it's not worth it for the tagging gun. But if you're like me and every sale you are consigning those baby clothes, they outgrow them so fast, and you've got 40, 50, 60 articles of clothing, the tagging gun is going to save you so much time. Now, no two tagging guns are exactly alike, and they range on Amazon anywhere between $10 and $20. Now, the loading process may vary a little bit depending on what brand you select. So we're just going to do a quick walkthrough of the one that I've got here, which is around $12 on Amazon. And most operate pretty similarly. The only difference may be with loading your tags in. But you can see here, it's got a little T, a little plus sign. That's where you're going to load your tags. And then you can also see the needle is really thick, and it's actually a hollow needle. And so the tag's going to go shooting through the needle, right through your clothing item, and that's how your tag's going to attach. Now, the tags themselves come with your gun usually, but you can also buy refills or replacements. And they're all connected. So you've got maybe 30 or 40 tags all connected on one thick piece of plastic. So this is called the T end. And as you can imagine, that's going to slide into that T slot right on your gun. And so what you're going to do is you're going to take that thicker side of plastic, that T side, and you are going to slide that right into that T section of your tagging gun. And the important thing here is you want to put it down until you hear kind of a click. And that's how you know that it's loaded in, and so it'll shoot through that needle. The first couple of times that I tried tagging, using my tagging gun when I first got it, there was some trial and error, and I definitely got a little frustrated. So it's completely okay if you don't get it right on the very first try. There's a little bit of art and a little bit of science and a little bit of luck all involved when it comes to loading your tags. But it's actually really easy once you do it the first time and get the hang of it. So you've got your tags loaded in your gun, and you've got your tags here already printed out. So what I'm going to do is you're just going to poke this needle straight through your paper tag. Now remember to use white cardstock for your tags, and that's going to help hold them steady. So you just poke it right through, and it's really important not to poke your hole through the barcode. Very, very important. Don't poke through the barcode. The scanner won't be able to read it if there's a hole in it. So you've got your tag loaded on your gun, and you've got the little plastic tags loaded right in. So next you're going to go ahead and grab your clothing item. So I've got this really cute white terry cloth jumper. My son wore it like one time because white on a baby doesn't usually hold up very long. So this is in pristine condition before he outgrew it. Really important tagging, don't under any circumstance put a hole in the clothing item. So you're not going to tag the front of the item, the back of the item, the hood, the sleeves. You do not want to put holes in your item, especially with these baby clothes. They are delicate, and a hole is going to ruin the integrity of the article of clothing. So there's a couple of ways that you can safely tag your item. So this one has one of those little cloth zippers. You could also put a tag through an actual physical zipper. That's not as recommended because you're still putting a hole kind of in that clothing item. Now this one happens to have a physical cloth tag, and that's where I'm going to put my tag through on this item. Now with a lot of kids clothes, a lot of baby clothes, they may not have that physical cloth tag. So what you want to do is you kind of roll up the sleeve or the waistband or the neckline, and you're going to aim for the seams so that where that fabric is a little thicker, and you're going to poke your hole right through the seam of the clothing instead of through the clothes itself. And so that's going to maintain the integrity of the clothing. And you always want to make sure that when you are tagging either in the seam or the waistband or, with a romper like this, I guess you could also do the leg, although that's really low, your shoppers might not see the tag. You want to make sure that it's on the side of the item that the shopper's going to see when they're thumbing through the racks. So remember, you've hung your item, it's a question mark, and so you want to make sure that if the item is facing you as if it was going on the rack, it's going to be on your right, which is, I guess, technically the item's left. If you know your right from your left, you will figure it out. I'm still learning myself. But I'm going to tag it right through this cloth tag because, like I said, this item actually happens to have one, and it's really easy here. So you're just going to hold up that cloth tag, poke your hole right through it, and then squeeze the trigger of your tagging gun, and it's going to go right through, and then you kind of pull off. It actually detaches the tag from the gun really easily, and there you go. That item is tagged, it is secure, and my shoppers are going to be able to see that as they are thumbing through the racks. So that is how you load and operate a tagging gun. And again, remember, that is a nice to have, not a need to have, but we really hope that you will stay in touch with our consignor Facebook group because there's always a chance at every sale for you to win your very own tagging gun. Happy selling!